rescue operations in fact, are underway at the moment, in fact, to rescue those who are trapped inside the tunnel in Uttarakshi. There are about 160 rescue personnel who are present on the spot. In fact, we've heard one of the rescue officials who was present at the spot state that the trapped workers are safe. Communication also has been established with them, and oxygen is being supplied through a pipeline. Even as my colleague was stating earlier, there's a pipeline also for water supply in the tunnel. In fact, before we get in further details from the ground, let's also get in a perspective from the guests who are joining us this morning. Joining us on the broadcast is Wing Commander Praful Bakshi, he's a defence expert, as well as Major Mohammad Ali Shah, another defence expert. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us on NewsX. I'd like to take my very first question to Wing Commander Bakshi. This incident has taken place. Fortunately, no lives have been lost till now, but people are still trapped. There is a debris removal that is taking place, but the problem is that the rubble is consistently falling from the top. What is your reaction to all these developments that are taking place?
Thank you, Pia. The most unfortunate news is this, that now that India is developing, especially the infrastructure on our northern border and northeast border, the tunnels are one of the main aspects of that development. And in that, as you see, one of these main tunnels, which is connecting Silk Yatra to the Dharmetra village. Now, it is, from the point of view of pilgrims, it's important. But let me tell you one thing, strategically also, this is an important route. We have to bear this in mind. Now, why the tunnel has collapsed, debris is falling, it means somewhere down the line, either if we have to check up what is the age of the tunnel. Is it very old, not very old? What is the reason? So the engineers will go and check up the soil, any movement, any earthquake caused effect. Is that the thing which is happening in the tunnel? Because when the earthquakes take place and when there's a lot of shift in the lower and upper crust, then these tunnels and mines get affected. So this could be one of the reasons. But whatever the case may be, the NDRF has to show a lot of alacrity. We are very happy that the 40 operators who are inside the tunnel, they are safe. But very soon, perhaps the more effort would be required. Probably the technical equipment may be required. And in case, if there is a strategic requirement, an alternate route probably will have to be very cleared. We just cannot sit with people piling up on the road and the whole thing has stopped. But this aspect has to be seen in it. The state government will go into it, there is no doubt about it. But this also should be a concern of the center, that this should not be allowed to happen. And NDRF team probably will give their final report. And then there are a lot of other tunnels which have been constructed. Probably you would have to see it from that angle. It is not only one tunnel. This phenomena is taking place in Uttarakhand. There is other places, especially the soil shift is very common in Uttarakhand. And if this aspect has to be studied, then it is a major study of the soil, which is actually already going on. There are a lot of problems which have arisen. A lot of armed forces teams are also involved along with the NDRF. But whatever is happening, the whole report must start coming out, and we should not be caught napping. In case there is emergency, we must have an alternate route, especially for our strategic movement. Pilgrim movement, yes, we sympathize with them, but at the moment, this is close, not very far from the border. We have to look into it.
Indeed, and let's also gain a perspective from Mr. Naveen Bhatnagar, who's also joining us on the broadcast. He's a disaster management expert. Sir, good morning and thank you for joining us on NewsX. There is a major mishap that has taken place. The tunnel has collapsed in Uttarakshi. Rescue operations are underway. It seems that connectivity has been established with the 40 people who are stuck inside via walkie-talkies. Oxygen and food is being supplied to the trapped workers. But while debris removal is taking place, the rubble is falling from the top. So what can be done in this situation? Can you explain to our viewers a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody knows that this Himalayan ridge is a sandy rocks. So actually, after taking due care, the tunnel was constructed. But it happens because is there not a strong strength or the hard rock. So in such conditions, it may happen. So no problem. NDRF is there. And adequate arrangement has been done. It's a good news that they have the alternative, some hole and arrangement to supply the food as well as the oxygen also. So we hope that we will very soon, we will rescue the people who are stuck there, around 40 people. So no problem. Very soon they will be taken out. And it is a good news that we are approaching towards the incidents or the that particular place where the people are being stuck. No problem. And in this condition, adequate arrangement has been done by the state government and also National Highway Authority as well as the other authorities involved in that. So as far as NDRF is concerned, we are doing our level best, and our men are doing their level best, and their hard work will achieve the target. Yeah.
Indeed, fingers crossed that the 40 individuals who are trapped inside are rescued safely. But before I rope in Major Shah, who's been waiting rather patiently with us, one of the NDRF officials have in fact spoken to the media. Let's listen into what is the update that he has given to the media. I think our PCR crew is having a problem trying to understand what I have just said. There's a soundbite that has come in of one of the NDRF officials. Let's play that out.
तो कल से जो काफ़ी हमारी टीम ने अंदर मूवमेंट किया है तो देखा है जो कल से जो काम हुआ है वो अभी 10 से 15 मीटर और खुदाई हो चुकी है। अभी जो हमें खबर मिली है कि अंदर सारे के सारे जो हैं सुरक्षित हैं। उनको हमने जो है खाने के कुछ चिप्स और पानी की व्यवस्था उनको दे दी गई है और सब सुरक्षित हैं। हमें उम्मीद करते हैं कि आज हम प्रयास करके उनको बाहर निकलने की पूरी कोशिश करेंगे। ये जो टनल का जो स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट से लेके 200 मीटर तक तो पूरा का पूरा बढ़िया से उसका प्लास्टर वगैरह होके एकदम सेट हो रखा है, लेकिन उसके आगे जो टनल का जो काम चल रहा है वहाँ पे भी प्लास्टर का काम नहीं हुआ है, जिस वजह से जो है वो अचानक से नीचे बैठ गया है। अभी जो मशीन्स जो लगी हुई हैं खुदाई करने के बाद जो एक्सकवेशन का काम कर रही हैं तो वो करते करते साथ ऊपर से मलबा भी गिर रहा है। ये समस्या थोड़ा हमें पैदा कर रहा है। मलबा थोड़ा सा गीला सा है, हैवी हो गया, वो नीचे धंस रहा है।
There, of course, something that I have been consistently bringing to focus the fact that the debris and the rubble is falling. But there is, Major Shah, a considerable amount of rubble that has been removed. They say that they have they've removed about 35 meters worth of rubble from 60 meters, which was in fact the area over which the tunnel collapse had taken place. So it seems as if work is taking place at a very fast pace. My colleague who had joined us earlier had stated that we can expect the rescue work to be over by evening. What do you make of all of these developments? Do you think we will be successful in this matter?
Oh, Priya, 100% we would be successful, and we'll end up rescuing all 40 of them who are trapped inside. Touch wood, thankfully they are unharmed so far. Now this entire route, the food and such thing, the aid is being sent through to them through pipes, which is just 60 meters away. And as you mentioned, say 35 meters of this, which is over 50%, has been excavated and removed. So most certainly I have a very, very positive feeling, and a message I would like to convey through you and through your channel to families of those who are trapped inside. आप हिम्मत रखिए, hold strong. सब ठीक होएगा, वो वापस महफूज आएंगे. They will come out safely. There is no question I have about that. There is no doubt about that. The state disaster relief forces, the national disaster relief force, everyone is out there. The state police is out there. They would be rescued 100%. Of course, now this is a matter which is to be investigated so that, as they say, prevention is better than cure, so that such a thing doesn't happen again. Now, this tunnel, which was being meant to connect, and it was partially under construction, has caved in, has fallen in. So most certainly, it is something we have to take it very, very seriously. And I am really glad that our state forces, our national forces, are actually taking some stringent, serious action to rescue our workers who are trapped inside Pia.
Indeed, and also let's get an update from what is happening on ground. It seems that one of the officials is speaking to the media. Let's take a look.
रेस्क्यू वर्क प्रारंभ किया गया और अभी भी रेस्क्यू वर्क चल रहा है, जिसमें मलबा हटाया जा रहा है और इस समय शॉर्ट क्रिटिंग का कार्य गतिमान है और प्रयास यही है कि जो अंदर लोग फंसे हैं उनको जल्दी से जल्दी बाहर निकाला जाए और उनको एयर सप्लाई की जा रही है, उनसे कम्युनिकेशन के प्रयास भी किए गए हैं. तो उम्मीद है कि ये जल्दी ही सबको सकुशल निकाल लिया जाएगा.
दिक्कतें क्या आ रही है इस टाइम?
दिक्कतें यही आ रही हैं कि जो कोलैप्स हुआ है वहाँ से जब मलबा हटा रहे हैं तो और ऊपर से लूज़ मटेरियल गिर रहा है, तो उसको स्टेबलाइज करने के लिए यहाँ NHIDCL द्वारा शॉर्ट क्रिटिंग की जा रही है.
मेरा नाम अंशु मनीष खलको, मैं डायरेक्टर हूँ और CFO हूँ NHIDCL का, दिल्ली से आया हूँ. स्थिति अभी ठीक है, जितने जो वर्कर हैं सारे सेफ़ हैं, करीब 40 अंदर हैं, उनको हम फूड भी दे रहे हैं, पानी भी पहुँचाया जा रहा है, उनसे हमारी बातें भी चल रही हैं. लेकिन अंदर का जो टेरेन है वो काफ़ी फ्रेजाइल है, बार बार गिरता जा रहा है. तो एक मेथड होता है शॉर्ट क्रिटिंग, उससे हम कंक्रीट को वहाँ पे स्प्रे करते हैं ताकि वो एरिया हार्डन हो जाए. उसके बाद हम वहाँ से एक्सक्वेट करते हैं, सारा जो मलबा है उसको निकालने की कोशिश चल रही है.
कितने लोग हैं और कितना वक्त लगेगा?
40 लोग हैं करीब अंदर और वक्त है, हम पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो हमें उम्मीद है जल्दी से जल्दी कुछ हम हेडवे कर पाएंगे.
There, of course, we've heard more officials come out and reiterate the statistic of 40 people who are currently stuck inside the tunnel at this point. They've consistently maintained that there are about there is oxygen as well as water that is being supplied to the people who are in fact stuck inside. But another update that we're tracking for all of our viewers on the broadcast is that the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Pushkar Singh Dhami, will also be conducting an on-site inspection and review. He is to take stock of rescue and relief operations at around 11:15 a.m. today. This is, of course, information that is coming in from the Chief Minister's office in Uttarakhand. But back to Wing Commander Bakshi with us. It seems as if swift action is being taken on ground. The CM is going to take stock of the rescue and relief operations at 11:15 a.m. today. He's going to be on site. What is your reaction to these developments?
Pia, my reactions to the development at the moment, what I can say is that I'm hoping that they show more alacrity. I was involved in the 1991 earthquake in Uttarkashi, and I remember what all I had to do. I had to, there are Indian Air Force, of course, NDRF was not very active at that time. Indian Air Force was there, and a lot of rescue operations were taking place. Helicopters were involved, and what I would like to tell you, that there has to be better coordination and better feedback system should be there. People should not hold the information so that any unpleasant information is not given. That should not be done. That was always there, and that is the greatest mistake they do, because they want to hide the facts. Now, if there is something wrong with the soil because of the earthquake-prone area, things should be sorted out. Some tunnels probably may have to undergo a very major repair in that area if there are more, and roads, bridges, etc. also will be involved. So we have to just check up what is the problem. So this aspect has to be dealt with a war footing, and the central government has to be involved totally into it. And NDRF is there, but I personally must say that there be more engineer regiment, etc., if they are required, should be kept at readiness, and a briefing from the strategic the commander of that area should also be there to put everything in order and mind that everything is safe. In case the military movement, etc., are going to be affected, then that should be met with an alternate route as fast as possible. This work should continue, more effort should be there, but I personally feel we should not focus ourselves on one side, because this is a area which is not very far from our northern border, Uttarakhand border.
Indeed, and there is in fact rescue operations that are of course taking place. We are showcasing visuals of the same to our viewers. There are of course 160 rescue personnel from the NDRF as well as the SDRF who are present on the spot. The rubble is being removed. Remember viewers, it is a 4-kilometer stretch tunnel, out of which 150 meters had collapsed yesterday itself. People have been stuck inside for a very long period of time, but contact has been established. There are of course more updates coming in. Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, CM Dhami, is to in fact review the relief and rescue operations in the area. He is to conduct an in-person review of the area. Remember viewers, this tunnel was being in fact constructed in order to make lives easier for commuters, especially pilgrims who are on the Char Dham Yatra. It would make it easier to connect Dharasu with Barkot. It would reduce the lengthy road that people would have to traverse, the ones with a lot of twists and turns. Meanwhile, of course, there are in fact helpline numbers that are also being released at this point. These numbers are of course being released by the Uttarakhand government. If we can also flash that for our viewers, so that if they know anyone, if they are concerned about their loved ones who are perhaps stuck inside the area at this point, there can of course be help that can be extended. Right there we are flashing the helpline number for our viewers on the screen. This is a helpline for the updates and assistance in Silkyara tunnel, who are stuck in the Silkyara tunnel accident. It is 7455991223. Of course, with India's code 91 in the beginning. But I'd like to rope in Major Shah back into the discussion. Wing Commander Bakshi was of course saying that this is also not just an area which has been witnessing a lot of issues as far as the soil is concerned. We were seeing Uttarakhand itself was in the news a couple of months back because of Joshimath, a town which is apparently sinking. And now this is taking place. There are, of course, due to the hilly terrains, there are landslides that we can expect from time to time, especially during the monsoon season, but that's not right now. And Wing Commander Bakshi was also saying that this is near the border, so it is very strategically relevant too. So what is your assessment of the situation at the moment?
That's a very good question, Priya. And the entire area, the entire construction that was going on between Silkyara and Dandalgaon on the Brahmakal Yamunotri National Highway, which collapsed unfortunately in Uttarakashi district. Now, even the superintendent of police over there, Arpan Yaduvanshi, he had told the PTI that immediately the body sprung into action and action has been taken. There are 2 JCBs who are working over there. There's one porcelain machine which is being removed, which is being used to remove the debris, which is about 13 meters wide tunnel. Then escape passages being created to reach the trapped workers. So rescue operations are on. Now, this area is precarious also because it's very close to the border, as Wing Commander Praful Bakshi rightly mentioned just now. And so this area, the soil over there, like as he took part in the 1991 Uttarakashi earthquake operation, the rescue and relief, he knows that area very well. So it is a very, very precarious situation. But again, I would convey a ray of hope for the families of the people who are trapped inside, that they all 40 of them, the ones who are there, and they could not be communicated, so the walkie-talkies were used. Because obviously the network doesn't come there. They would all come out safe and sound from there. Now, since it's close to the border, that area has to be looked into. That is why even the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Mr. Pushkar Singh Dhami, is going to be there, present there on ground, monitoring the rescue relief operations. So most certainly it is a crucial aspect. It is a crucial area. It is something which has to be taken, which has to be activated. The rescue relief operation has to be activated straight away. And I think state disaster relief forces and our the national disaster relief forces are well equipped, they are well trained, and they are competent enough to actually handle this entire situation, Priya.
Indeed, as you stated, they are competent enough. They are, carrying out a very daring rescue operation at the moment, and they have witnessed, touchwood, considerable success till now, especially as far as establishing communication and even providing oxygen and water, which is the basic that is required to sustain life. Water, of course, the elixir of life, as people call it. This is being provided to all those workers who are working at constructing the tunnel. They're stranded out there. They're of course in constant touch, in constant communication with people. There are helpline numbers. We're consistently flashing on your screen: 745591 to 991223. And of course, CM Dhami slated to make an appearance at the site to take stock of the situation on the ground.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.